Hi everyone, welcome back to my wine diary. Today is the day for me to film another alcohol for you, and for those of you who are not familiar with this format of a video, it is basically me sharing my wines that I've recently purchased with you. So I've started doing that a while ago. I have a couple of these videos already posted to my channel, so please check them out. You seem to really like them. So I'm hoping you're gonna like this one too. I have 8 wines that I bought just yesterday to share with you, and I'm going to start in no particular order, but I think I'm gonna start with the lightest ones and then kind of build my way up to the richest and jammiest wines. So let's go ahead and hop right in. In the past, I filmed this video type in the format of focusing on a specific store. So I've done my Trader Joe's wines before. I've done some other stores that I focused on, so to say. Today's alcohol is actually kind of all over the place because we've gone to a couple of stores, non-wine specializing. So those were just grocery stores that we went to. And I think I have some Trader Joe's wines here. I have some Whole Foods wines here as well. So they'll kind of be all over the place. And what I will do this time, I will also include the estimated price of that wine on the screen for you so that it's a little bit easier for you to figure out how much that wine cost. But a quick disclaimer, none of these wines that I'm about to show you here are over $20 mark. So when I shop for just my week or a couple of weeks ahead, I normally don't go crazy. I have my stash of a wine collection in the wine fridge where I store my collectible wines, but for just the day-to-day consumption, I tend not to go over $20 or $25 mark per bottle. So as promised, I will start building my way up from the lightest wine to the jammiest and fullest wine. And the first one that I purchased is a Prosecco bottle. And you can see that this one is actually full of condensation because I pulled it out of the fridge. I keep my Proseccos in the fridge. But this is the Prosecco that I got. So this one is from Trader Joe's specifically. I've had this Prosecco before and it's absolutely delicious. So when it comes to Proseccos, I'm normally a cava girl, so I get my Spanish sparkling wines for the most part. I love the traditional method of making sparkling wines, and I just don't feel like spending the money on champagnes most times, so I'll just get the cava. But this time around, I knew this wine already. I've tried this Prosecco before, and the one thing that I always pay attention to, and you will see this in some other Italian wines that I've purchased, is this little label right here. So anytime you're buying an Italian wine, I really would like for you to focus on this little label here to say DOC or DOCG. So DOCG is actually even better than DOC, but DOC is pretty good too. But DOCG is when I know a wine is most likely going to be a really, really good quality. If you're not familiar with these little labels here on Italian wines and what they actually mean and what does DOC or DOCG stand for, I have a great couple of videos on my channel here. I'll try to link one right here to actually explain this to you. I think I've explained this pretty well in one of my Chianti videos before, so you guys check this out and learn what this means. But this one here is about $12 or $13 mark, I believe, and this Prosecco is delicious. Next to are 2 bottles of rosé wine, and every time I go to a grocery store, I always grab a rosé or 2. I have my favorites, but I also like trying new rosés as well. I tend to gravitate towards the Côte de Provence ones. Those are just my favorite styles. And this is exactly what I grabbed here. So the first one is the one I've had very, very, very many times before. And this is La Vieille Ferme. It's a French rosé here. It is crisp, it's fruity, it's floral, it's delicious, it's very light and refreshing. You can see it's covered in condensation as well. I kept it in the fridge and will continue to do that. Make sure to really, really chill your rosé wine before serving. But this one is an amazing price mark. It's only $8 or so, which is an absolute steal. I mean, it's laughable how affordable this wine is. And the quality of it is really good. So next time you see it, make sure to give it a go. They already have the 2023 rosés out, but 2022 is still on shelves, and I think 2019 is still on shelves as well sometimes. sometimes that one may come with a higher price mark. So this one is very often seen in my fridge here. And the next one here is the Côte de Provence one as well. This one I grabbed from Trader Joe. No, this one is from Whole Foods, my bad. This one is from Whole Foods. I've never seen it before. So Le Bernard is the company name. Never tried it before. It's a very similar pale peach color that the La Vie Ferme has here. So I'm anticipating a pretty similar taste profile. We shall see. This one also came with a bit of a higher price point, but it wasn't that bad at all. So I have very high hopes for this nifty bottle of rosé too. Moving into the red wines that I've purchased, the next one is this one right here. I love Côte du Rhône wines. They tend to be on a bit of a lighter side for me. Again, forgive me, wine lovers, if you know more than me. That's just my personal opinion, but I like them for their lightness and just how sessionable they are. I use the word sessionable in the sense that I feel like I can pair this with pretty much anything that I'm eating, unlike some heavier, fuller reds. So this one here I have never tried before, and this is another one from Whole Foods, I believe. So Côte du Rhône. 14.5% by volume. I'm going to include the price tag on the screen for you. But again, I tend to never go wrong with Côte du Rhône wine, so had to grab this one right here. The next two bottles that I have here are Chianti bottles. Chianti is another one of the wines that I tend to grab quite a lot. I find it going extremely well with any red sauces, and in my household we make pasta and pizza at least once or twice a week. So for that reason, I always want to have a bottle of Chianti at home. So both of these I've actually tried. One of them is from Trader Joe's, another one is from Whole Foods, but I'll show you this one first. This one is from Gabbiano, or by Gabbiano. And this one here, again, I want to point out this little label to you guys. Do you see right here how it says DOCG again? So look for this little label here. And if you can find a reasonable price tag for a Chianti or any other Italian wine for that matter, that has the DOCG label to it, definitely grab that one over the DOC. No shade whatsoever on the DOC labels, but DOCG is just a higher qualification for the areas where the grapes are grown in Italy. So I personally tend to think that wine coming from the DOCG areas just tastes much better. That's my personal opinion, but this one I've tried before. Very, very affordable, good Chianti to have at home. And the second one here, I think I've had once before, and this one is by Salcetto. You can see the label here. It is another Chianti. And yet again, let's take a look at the label that again says DOCG. So, I mean, call me a stickler, but when it comes to Italian wines, whether it's Proseccos or Chiantis, right, the complete opposite ends of the spectrum here, I always tend to grab anything that says DOCG on it. All right, you guys, we are going towards the tail end of my video here with only 2 wine bottles left. And this next one here, second to last, is a little bit unconventional, and I will be absolutely honest with you, I grabbed it solely because of its name and the label to it as well. So this is how the bottle looks like. And this is a Malbec from Mendoza, Argentina. But the reason why this kind of spoke to me is because of its name. So as you can see, it's got a little guinea pig on it, and the name of this wine is Cuy. So a couple of years back, my husband and I, before we got pregnant with our son, we took a trip to Peru, which to this day remains to be probably the best trip that we've ever taken. And there's a story behind Cuy and Peru. So unfortunately, Cuy, or guinea pigs, is one of the Peruvian national dishes. They actually cook them. They raise them purposefully for eating later, and they make them and they eat them as a as a dish. You know, it's a Peruvian dish. So the word cuy is very known in Peru, and a lot of places we went to had cuy on the menu. They had little guinea pigs that were prepared and cooked on the menu. My husband actually tried it. I didn't. So and then going to Machu Picchu, we also stopped by a little town. That was the Cuy town, just known for raising guinea pigs and cooking guinea pigs. So it was just a lot of history behind Cuy and guinea pigs in Peru. That's why when I saw this, my husband was actually with me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look, Cuy, Cuy. I have literally never even seen this word since we went to Peru. So we'll see. This was a very cheap wine, so I don't have very high hopes for it, but it is Mendoza, Argentina, and Argentinian Malbecs just happen to be very affordable in general, but I think this one was, oh gosh, I think it was like a $6 mark or something like that, so it was very, very, very affordable. We'll see how it tastes. I mean, you can't go wrong for just $5 or $6, right? So we'll see. My 8th and final bottle is actually the most expensive bottle of wine. I think this one was $21 or $22 price tag. And this is the wine that I know. It's a wine that I have at least once a month, probably. You can pretty much at some point always find this wine in my house here. And it is a Cabernet by Juggernaut. So I have a lot to say about Juggernaut in general. I do like their Pinot Noir as well, but their Cabernet Sauvignon is, to me, just the quintessential Californian Cabernet. It is jammy, it's full, it's delicious. It's a bit on a sweeter side when you think about Cabernets, but again, California, right? If you have not tried Juggernaut's Cabernet before, I strongly recommend that you do, because for a $20 price mark, this wine tastes absolutely delicious. And if you ever have a family gathering, a date night, and you just want a little something extra, but you don't want to go all the way out and buy an expensive bottle of wine, get this one, open it, decant it, let it breathe a little bit, and just collect compliments afterwards. Trust me with this one. If you try Juggernaut, please let me know in the comments down below. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. But to me, it's just a must-have. I've got to have this in the house. I really like this wine. And this is it, you guys. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video and watching another one of these alcohols here. These are all of the wine bottles that I've recently purchased. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're still not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe to it. If you like videos about wine, this channel is just right for you. So please make sure to come back again and check my other videos out. Until next time, cheers everyone.